Hello fellow stackers, 365 here, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I thought I'd do a different location to film because the weather's quite nice. The last few weeks and months in the UK, for those of you that live in the UK will know that the weather's been a bit bland, and when I normally tend to film it's in the evening and it gets quite dark in the evening now, so there's not much daylight to film in. Now, silver looks the best in daylight. It doesn't look very good under artificial light. The setup I've created, it does look quite good, but it took me a while to kind of put that setup together and get it working just right. And I had to do that because, like I said, living in the UK, you haven't got the luxury of the nice weather all the time. So I had to come up with some sort of setup where I could film any time of day. And that way was using diffuser, a light diffuser, and that's how I got my setup. Now, I thought I'd make a quick video. I'm not actually at work today, so I thought I'd make a video in the daylight to really show you the beauty of silver in the daylight. Now, these are my favourite 10-ounce bars of all time. They're my favourite silver bars in general, but I really prefer them in 10 ounces. I know they do the 1 kilogram size of these bars, and I think they also do the 100-ounce bars of these stacker bars, but by far the 10 ounces are my favorite for a number of reasons. One, because they're easier to accumulate because they're the smallest stacker bar that you can get, so therefore you can pick them up a lot quicker. Also, you see more of the 10 ounces on the secondhand market. You don't see many of the 1 kilogram and upwards on the secondhand market, so you have to obviously pay VAT in the UK if I wanted to pick those up. But yeah, the 10 ounces are just really nice. I've got this container that many of you have probably seen before, and it fits 10 perfectly. Really nice. This is how I managed to get 10 of these bars so quickly, because this container, I realized that it would fit them just right. So therefore, I just had to get 10 of them. Now, I'm going to try to get them out without making too much noise. There we go. Now, these bars, for those of you that haven't seen them before, like it says on the tin, they are stacker bars, they're called, so they actually stack, which is really cool feature, really good for storage and really good just for kind of playing around with as well. Now, they've all got their own individual serial numbers, they've all got this kind of stamp from the Scottsdale Mint on the back, and they've all got these swirls, which makes it harder for them to be counterfeited. But absolutely gorgeous bars. Now, some of these are actually brand new, straight from the Scottsdale Mint, so they've still got this plastic layer on them. And some of them are secondhand from various places. Sean Oliver, another YouTuber, I got a couple of from him. I think I got 3 in total from him. I got some of them, like I said, directly from Scottsdale Mint, and then some of them I got from the Silver Forum. So a mixture of places I got these from, but absolutely gorgeous bars, and it never gets old, the fact that these stack. It's so satisfying to do, and it makes them really addictive to keep collecting because they stack so nicely. It's very hard just to say buy one, for example, because if you just bought one you wouldn't be able to appreciate the stacking part of it. You can see it's got a little lip there, and then it's got like another little lip on there, so that's how they stack. But because they're machine made, they just fit so perfectly. They're precision engineered, they fit really nice, and like I said, by far these are my favorite 10-ounce bars. Now, 10-ounce bars are my favorite type of bars to stack in general. It's always been that way. I'm not a massive fan of the 5 ounces. I think the premiums are still quite high on the 5 ounces. The 1 kilogram bar, I've got a few of the 1 kilogram bar, I've got a few 100-gram bars, but by far the 10-ounce bar is my favorite to stack. Now, I will put another video together in the future showing my full collection of 10-ounce bars, because I have got quite a nice collection now. I've got quite a different selection of 10-ounce bars because, like I said, they are my favorite silver bars to stack, so I have been accumulating them quite a lot. Now, let's just make a nice thumbnail for this video, because that's kind of the video over. I just kind of wanted to showcase these silver bars in the daylight and just show you how nice they look. But while we're here, it'll be rude not to add a little bit more silver to the video, just to give it a bit more eye candy. So yeah, let me know what you think about these bars. Do you have any of these stacker bars in your stack? Do you plan to add any to your stack? And like I said, they're very, very addictive. Because they do stack, it's very hard just to kind of buy the one. Because if you bought just one bar on its own, although they're still gorgeous pieces of silver on their own, it just doesn't make sense, in my opinion, just to have the one, because you can never fully appreciate how cool they are to put together. So yeah, let me know what you think of these bars. Also, let me know what your favourite bars are to stack. What's the size that you prefer? 10 ounce for me is definitely the sweet spot. You definitely get a nice kind of price for the 10 ounces over the 5 ounces, and you're not locking too much capital in a kind of 1 kilogram bar. And that's why I'm not a huge fan of 1 kilogram bars, because if, in my opinion, the price of silver is going to continue to rise and rise and rise, soon the 1 kilogram bar is going to be out of touch for kind of the newer stacker, the person that is just getting into silver, and they're going to be a lot harder to liquidate. Already a 1 kilogram bar, you're talking around about the 700 mark for a 1 kilogram bar, and upwards from the UK, because obviously you've got to pay VAT. So you're talking £700 and up for a 1 kilogram bar already. Now fast forward 20 years time, if silver continues to rise the way that I personally think it will. Now, like I've said in many videos, I'm not a financial advisor, so obviously you've always got to make your own decisions and own research before making investments. But in my opinion, I think silver is going to continue to rise, and therefore when I eventually do come to sell in, say, 20, 30 years time, how realistic is it for me to quickly sell 1 kilogram bar? So that's the reason why I kind of stay away from anything higher than a 10 ounce, just because I think these are the sweet spot. They're easier to pick up now, and in my opinion, they're going to be easier to sell in the future. And I just think they're a nice size to kind of stack and play around with. If I had enough money to buy a 1 kilogram bar of silver, I would rather pay a little bit more of a premium, get a little bit less in terms of weight, but then get myself a few, say maybe 2 or 3 10 ounce bars instead of the 1 kilogram bar, for example. So yeah, let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. Like I said, just a quick video today to show these in the daylight, because I don't often get a chance to film in this kind of lighting. But it's just really nice. Silver is just such a gorgeous metal. It's one of the most reflective metals, so such a nice metal just to look around. And sometimes, although I've got this YouTube channel, so it makes me get my silver out more to play around with, sometimes I'll just get silver out to play around with off camera, because it's just such a nice metal to play around with. It's just really nice to pick it up and clank it around together. It sounds really nice in the hand. So yeah, it's just a nice thing to do. And before I got into precious metals, I was always buying things. Well, before I got investing in general, I was always buying things that I didn't need. So I'm not very good at having money just sitting in my bank. Some people can let their money accumulate in their bank, whereas for me, if I've got money sitting in the bank, I have to spend it. So before I got into investing, it was very hard to save money, because say I had £300 build up in my bank, for example, I'd be like, right, what can I spend that on? What should I buy? Can I get a new pair of jeans? Can I get some new trainers? Should I go out and have some food? Should I go and have a few beers? Like, I'm not very good at just having money sitting there. So now that I'm in investing, I don't have anything sitting in my bank, because everything is invested one way or another, whether it's my emergency fund, which is in premium bonds, so it's obviously easier to get hold of, whether it's in the stock market, in an index fund, earning me interest over the years, whether it's locked up in precious metals, whether it's in property. The point is, I don't often have money sitting in my bank now, and this kind of saved me in terms of spending my money on nothing, because now I can go out and buy a piece of silver or a piece of gold, and I'm getting the satisfaction of spending my money, but I'm not actually spending, because I'm just transferring the fiat currency, which is losing its spending power year over year, because they're printing more money every day, every minute, every hour, into something that, in my opinion, long term is going to increase in value. So yeah, this has actually really saved me in terms of saving my money and spending my money, because I can still spend my money, but like I said, I'm transferring it to something else instead of just spending it away. So yeah, like I said, thanks very much for watching my videos. Thanks for all the support. Let me know what you think about this video in the comments section. And I hope you have a nice day. I hope there's nice weather in whatever country you're in, as it is currently in the UK, because it's a very nice day now. So yeah, as always, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a nice day.